Hello and welcome. So recently I've been doing many videos on leveling up alt classes, and this is a little bit different because this is what I consider to be my main class. So thought that'd be a bit different. You can see how well or not so well I do in that. My preferred class here is Bard, and I would like to think I'm not that bad, but I would also recognise I would not be perfect, as you will see. One thing you will notice is when I get to it is the song gauge. I still have some improvement on keeping uptime on that. In the heat of battle, I neglect it and don't always keep it up. Similarly, dots on a boss, I might miss the refresh at times as well. So this is the, what is it called again? Puppet's Bunker, the second near raid. So the first week was interesting, as it tends to be, but most people know most mechanics now, so it's not as bad anymore. Something I thought to check before now was there are no other bards in the party, so I can just use my skills when I feel like it. It does complicate matters a little bit when there is a second bard in the party, when I try not to overlap skills if I can to get maximum benefit for the party. Is this enough? This ain't going to be good enough, is it? I'm just going to pop a shield. I can't be bothered now. I'm screwed. Whoa. Good start. Is a healer hard casting? Yeah, I haven't felt that mechanic before, outside the first day, when no one knew the mechanic. Oh boy, this is going to hurt. Talking and playing, may not be the best at that. Right, so would that be about okay? About there. Yeah. So again, on the first day, that was something that caught a lot of people out. I did recognise the tail at the time was a little tubbity thing there. Right, which way are we going? Which way are we going? I'm going to I can't get it wrong twice in a row, can I? This I think is just the raid wide AoE, so unavoidable. So I'm trying to keep an eye on the dots there, and also the song gauge. And we still have other mechanics to deal with at the same time. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little running around now. So, song refresh. Actually, got to retarget first. But the dots dropped off. 1 out of 2. This one I find a little bit annoying because you have to wait for the AoE to hit before you move to position to the second one. And I always feel like moving after the first one hits. Sorry, not when it hits, when it passes. Like now it's passed me, but it hasn't actually activated, so I have to wait. Is that the guns again? Want to be there-ish? Not me for once. But that person isn't moving. I'm picking this one. So the song fell off again. Okay, on the other buff. So we lost 3 members of the party on that one. Not good. Don't move. I had an urge to move already. Which is nearest. This is going to be tight. This is where I have to make use of it. Thankfully it gives you more time than you think you have. Are we in the right? Yeah, we're in the right one. Let's just look to see where everyone was then, because it's so quiet. Okay. Let's slow them down, so just keep moving there. Refresh. Do I need to do anything? Or is that just the road wide? I don't know the names of the skills. I like to move forward a little bit just to give a little bit of space to dodge if needed. Yeah, that's fine. Do I want that one or not? I don't know. As long as I don't do like I did on the first one again and stay in the overlap of 2. If I would move into 1, I probably would have survived it. But I stood on the overlap. Oh, run. Wow. Get over there. My dots are falling off. Refreshing. Song's falling off. Refreshing. Keep on. Gotta keep running. Who said that? And we're done. What have we got? I'll have that. I've already got that, have I? Fine. I don't want that one. Oh, yeah, that thing. These, not so keen on the boots. Ideally I want to try to get the dots on the big things, because they're more likely to stick around long enough for it to make a difference. We've done pretty fast today. I've been in parties where they just seem to take forever. Are we done? So this one, again, on the first day, it was rather painful, let's say. Refresh. But hopefully most people know roughly what they're doing. Stop moving, just pick a spot and stick with it. Is this the one with the swipey things? I think I want to be about there. I wonder if we have new people in here. There's quite a few taking some damage in the party. Gotta stop doing that. This randomly procs, and it always procs if I use that button. So I shouldn't use that button if that's already procced, because I just wasted a free proc. So like I said, it's still something I'm doing. I don't think I'll do it as much as I used to. Everything's fallen off, need the songs, need the dots. So that is definitely an area I can improve on, just to keep more consistency. I think I mentioned before, I don't usually do extreme or savage raids. I haven't done savage since Chaos. Well, Chaos was the first and only clear I've had. Lefty righty. Extremes I've done more of, but not many recently, let's put it that way. I think the point I was trying to move towards was that if you're doing the same fight over and over again, then you tend to optimise a bit better for that fight if you have an expectation of what's happening in when. Whereas, because I don't do that sort of stuff, I just do whatever I feel like at the time. So I do this once, I get my weekly loot, I won't touch it again until reset. So I'm kind of like playing by ear each time. I might know the mechanics, but I'm not optimised. You know, if there's a particular timing for doing something that would help more than just using it when it becomes ready, for example. Like the shields. So I sometimes throw it out if I know, for example, if a raid-wide AoE is coming up. It's probably not essential. Well, it isn't essential, but if it takes the edge off slightly, gives the healers just that little bit less healing to do. What's happening this time? Refresh. Did I get it off in time? I did not get it off in time. I saw it in time, but I just used a different action. And I just wasted that button as well, because that gives a boost if I have both dots up, and I didn't have both dots up and I still used it. Now for this, rather than try to work out where's the safe spot is, I find it easiest just to get out of range. Well, my last. Everyone else is helping us now. Which way is it? That way. What loot have we got this time? Can I have the gloves? Don't really need or want that. Now the problem I have is I'm rolling against the machinist. I don't know if he picked the hat earlier. I wasn't paying attention to the loot then. If he didn't take the hat already, then we might be fighting for the gloves. What did I roll? 47. So almost 50-50 if he'll roll higher or lower. It is what it is. What game am I playing again? Glory to Mankind. Right, if I don't make any mistakes, this should be simple enough. There will be mistakes, almost certainly. If they will be fatal or not is another matter. Yeah. Watch TV. Or not. So this killed quite a few people in the first week. I've picked my edge now, there's no point running over because I just run out of time, probably. Hopefully I can stay in range. So as soon as that goes out, I move over. Done. Not too bad. This mechanic is a bit annoying because the people who are marked often run like headless chickens, so you can't react to them if they drop you in it. So I almost wish, as long as they're not overlapping with someone else with the same thing, just don't move. Just give everyone else a chance to get out, because you're not going to be able to avoid everyone. This one causes problems sometimes because if you're not paying attention you don't know where the last landing point is, and if you're over there you're not going to run over in time. Refresh. This is the pink ball of doom. It's like a slow version of Toho. Now for this bit, normally I like to give myself a little bit of space from other people so that I'm not cramped. But I do have to be a little bit careful because I think at the end I have to run in. So I don't want to end up on the other side of the map either. And if I'm applying my party depths as well, they work best if I'm close to my party. They're not so good if everyone's out of range. Okay, there wasn't any running mechanic I thought there was. There was a raid-wide damage, but so running in still helps with the healing, but not a major deal. So this one is just stand between any two pods. And everyone picks a different one, of course. Don't silly guy. Run towards it. So what have we got this time? 30s. So just stand between two of the 30s. If everyone's in the same one, that is probably going to be the best. Is that the middle? That was there maybe. And I left everything. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I make it? Just made it by the looks of it. Didn't take any damage. Yeah, there's a little offset there. That was not great. The next one's a bit annoying because I think it's the... Oh no, this is the other mechanic. No, that one's done, that one's done, everything's done. It doesn't matter. Please don't move. Everything's fine. Yeah, did they just stack those lasers? I mean, at least they were not pointing it at everyone else, but they didn't want to stack them. That hurts. It's just a bit where it gets interesting. So we get a mix of the line and area ones. So we look for two line ones that are next to each other. And that must be the safe spot. The next one is more annoying because they offset it slightly. So you not only have to look for the two that you need, but you also have to move to the offset one that has it. Simples, eh? Right, so that's the two towns. But they're offset that way, so we want to be there. And my dots are off again, as is that one. High-low thing, I think we're okay here. So again, just stand at the back, wait for that to fade off, and then I can walk into it. Nearly dead now, so I'll just quickly... There's hardly any point, I'll just put the shields up because I don't need to use a shield or a skill one. Again, I don't think. That was a bit of a case of a hurry up and die because no one was joining me on my platform there. Did I get the other one or not? I guess I didn't get it because I still got the option to greed on that. I might take that one actually. How's it look? I'll greed it. Well, that's done then. Well, I can't take it anyway. So if I ever play Dragoon, I have the body piece. Yay. that would be an interesting video to do. Can I play Dragoon again? I did level it to 80 already, but it's one of those jobs where if I don't play it for an amount of time, it takes longer than you think for me to pick it up again to even a, you know, a reasonable level. I was out of that, wasn't I? Well, I'll start again. The decision point is you have to be out of the AoE when it fades. So when that orange stuff goes away, you have to be out of it at that moment. I'm gonna have to wait for this one, I think. Oh, did that just fire? I didn't see the marker. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I got greedy then. People have suggested this was designed specifically to annoy black mages. You know, if they can't do anything because they have to keep moving. There's only so many skills you can use when mobile on the black mage. I can't remember the name of a skill now. There's one that lets you use something like 3 skills when mobile, as if you weren't mobile, I guess. And then you got the instant attack, which is kind of okay, but not very high damage. Where am I going? Am I in danger? Just attack something. Final boss. This is where we find out if anyone's new, because they'll be watching a long cutscene about now. So the black mage in the party looks like they're watching something. Maybe a couple in Alliance A as well. No, one of them just come in. So maybe not that many new people. New people. But certainly I would have hoped for people knowing a few more mechanics by now. I mean, there will always be new people coming in, that's unavoidable. I don't expect someone first time to play FFXIV perfectly, we all had to learn. Run! Someone didn't make it. Generally speaking, if there's a laser beam pointing at you, you probably don't want to be in its way. Now, at the moment I've got the music turned quite low because I've got the game sounds on speaker and I don't want it picked up by the microphone. But I just love the music. It was great in Nier and it's great in a Nier collab as well. Oh, why is it over there? I'm going to sprint. I don't know how much time you have, but I'm not going to risk taking too long to get there. I think Nier Automata had the best game music ever for a single game. I mean, Final Fantasy 15, I would argue, is a bit more complicated. There's a lot of good music in it, but there's also a lot of music in it. It's such a, you know, it's an MMO that's lasted many years, so it's much larger in scope, and in that sense, how do you even compare? You're going to get some good stuff, you're going to get some not so good stuff. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. And anything that I don't like is more down to personal preference anyway. Oh, wrong cutscene time. So, you know, I think it's a bit of an unfair comparison to, you know, compare a much bigger game like 14 versus Nier, which is its own more or less self-contained thing. I know there was DLC, but it wasn't that expensive at the DLC. So for a, shall we say, for a smaller self-contained game, Nier has the best game music, full stop. While we wait for the cutscene to finish, oh, I've forgotten what it's called already now. Yoko Taro also did a mobile game, which I can't remember the guy's name now. The guy who did music in Nier also did the music for that, let's say it's Sino Alice? Is that how you, I don't even know how you say it. Is that Sino or Sino? However you say it, that Alice game. Did I have aggro then? I'm going to have to check the video, but I think I had aggro for a moment there. Yeah, I had high hopes for that mobile game, but it just didn't go anywhere. The story, it has, you know, I love Yoko Taro's writing. I love the music style. But it just didn't work for me. The game mechanics were just too basic, and there wasn't enough story to make me want to continue playing it. You know, I played it for a few days when it started, just to get, is that get the hell out of there or not? I don't know which was which. Yep, that was the get out of there. That is the don't stand in front, is it? I can never remember with 100% certainty. So this is the stand inside one. When you try to work out which way you're supposed to be depending on where the sword is held. So the over the head one is the frontal. So she's going to do the ground one, and the little sparkly tail there means she's going to teleport to there. I think I screwed this up before in the past where I didn't look at the attack, I just saw where she's teleporting to, so I thought, oh, I better stand in there, and got a face full of attack. That can ruin your day. Do we want to... I'm going to use the shield. Oh, that's the multiple knockback one. It's okay, we're far enough from the edge. Which one is this one? So this is when they mark 4 players and they get a hit in turn. So my aim is not to be in line with any of those marked people, as it should be theirs to not be in line with as many people as they can possibly, so that they don't hurt everyone else. Now, this one, if I remember correctly, whatever she does, the clones will do as well. So that's the circular. So now we move over to one of these before we get hit by another circular. Yay! We picked the same one as the tank, so she remains in range for attacks. And my dots and songs have fallen off again. So still that bit of room for improvement there. Do we just stand in these? I can't remember now. So I think they're going to do a teleport mechanic soon. So for example, this one's going to teleport there, so I don't need to be there. No, is anyone in that one? Too late. I hate these, so that will be a safe line. That, I think, is a safe line. You don't get much time to decide which spaces are free, especially with a teleport mechanic. I have messed it up before. I probably will mess it up again, but not today, it seems. Do I want to move out for that one? I can't remember which one that is. So, which one is that? I'm just going to move away because I don't know where she's going. Was I too close? I was too close. So she's got the AoE. Did she telegraph to one of these? I didn't see. I did not see the telegraph. Maybe there wasn't one. I'm going in there. That'll do. Just realised we don't have a melee, so it's kind of a bit lucky dip who wants to use the LB. I believe the preference is for range physical, so that'd be myself or the machinist, and I think the machinist has been using it in the past. I'm going to use it this time. Oh, drag that into me. She's out of range. I can't attack. Practically dead anyway. And we're done. I normally just give the healer. I'm just going to try that on. That's the caster piece. So I have to pass on those anyway because I got my body piece already for the week. But I want everything else. 54, 20, 13. Can it go any lower? 82, that's not high enough. 64, I'm not getting anything, am I? 68. And now we wait. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. My chances of getting any of the other stuff is nil. Yep, I'm not getting anything. So I might as well end the video here. Thanks for watching and see you next time.